Well, today then, let's put the spotlight on real sports gaming platform Game Theory. They've picked up close to $2 million in funding. This is from Rainmatter, which is actually a startup accelerator fund started by Nithin Kamath's Zerodha, as well as Indian tennis player Rohan Bopanna, WEH Ventures, and more, including some angel investors. Let's connect then with Sudeep Kulkarni. He's the founder and CEO at Game Theory, now joining us on Startup Central. Sudeep, good to have you on board. Thanks so much for joining in. I'll admit I'm a little biased towards what you guys do because I've recently started playing pickleball. So tell us a little bit more about what exactly this funding means for the company to have some of these prominent players and investors rather on board.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk about Game Theory. And it's wonderful to hear that you play pickleball, and we have to influence a lot more people to play. But the journey so far has been incredibly tough, right? Because sports has never had the sort of focus a fintech or edtech had previously. So coming to it now, I think this gives us a great platform to go out and build what we are trying to build in the sports space. It's an incredible moment for us because it's a validation, and also the opportunity now to create something amazing.
Yes, indeed. So tell us a little bit more, and I'm not vouching for how good a player I am, I have to admit, but how exactly does it work? Is it an app? Because, you are looking at increasing the number of centers that you have. You want to add a lot more sports. So how exactly does it work on Game Theory?
So we've started off with badminton and a few other racket sports. We realized that to build something of significance in sports, we had to do the whole complete full circle of it. That means facilities and the technology part of it to get people playing more often. So the way it works is we have in Bangalore multiple facilities where we go in and convert existing facilities into smart courts. And thereafter, your experience is digitally augmented as well when you're playing in the court with live scoreboard that is keeping your score and calling out your scores as you play. But also it delivers your game videos to your mobile app. But the next step for us essentially would be to then measure your skill level and tell you around you there are about 50 people of your skill level, so I can give you consistent game times so you can play more often without having to worry about the hassles of coordinating with people or finding players and a bunch of other things, right? Problems that you face.
Okay, fair enough. So let's talk about how you're really going to utilize these funds. What have been the fund infusions that have happened so far, and how really are you going to allocate this $2 million?
Yeah, prior to this, we had raised about 500K. This was back in 2020. And then we know what happened from 2020 to 2021 half, or almost till 2022, there was no movement. So right now we have just, with this capital, we are looking to expand significantly in Bangalore and with roots in other cities, but also focus heavily on building out our technology. When it comes to matchmaking, we want to essentially provide the pro stats like experience. We want everybody to feel like a pro when they come in and play at a Game Theory center. So we're going to invest significantly in building the technology with computer vision and a few other things that could help us give you the kind of insights about your game and keep you challenged to keep going again and again.
Okay, fair enough. So how critical do you think is the augmentation of technology? Because I understand that you're looking at increasing accessibility as well as the stickiness in casual sports. So how much of a role does tech really play in this, according to you?
It plays a significant role because tech has been so far beautifully used to connect people, right? And if you look at where tech has the maximum impact, it's always been about connecting people. And sports essentially faces the problem of connecting people. So it's that particular problem that needs a solution. And it's not tech for the sake of it, because if you're just building out a layer of technology to provide some stats and insights, that wouldn't work. But it's essentially using to help you find more game time, or exactly what we're talking in the video game ecosystem. We think of it as a PUBG for real sports, right? Where if you enter the sport itself, that is the game that you play, but outside of it, the entire experience is augmented with gamification, right? It's like a video game. So when we speak about this, we are talking in a way where technology comes in, lets you participate in your own leagues instead of looking at an IPL leaderboard. You're looking at your own self, where you stand, and a bunch of other things which are very, very critical. So tech is used to solve some critical problems of sport, which stop people from playing sports right now. So that's why tech seems very, very essential to this.
Okay, so having got someone like a Nithin Kamath on board, is he going to be involved at all in the business or in decision making, or are you going to lean on him for some sort of advice?
I think we are going to lean on him a lot. And he is super excited about sports. He loves playing sports, but also is super passionate. In fact, our entire fundraising journey started with us playing a game with him. He beat us. He's super fit, and yeah, we will definitely lean on him to sort of help us take his advice every step of the way. In fact, not only Nithin Kamath but also Rohan Bopanna and WEH Ventures are critical to us, because they see what we do for ground up, and they understand where the technology comes in and where they can help us really, really build out something. So a lot of learnings to happen from all of our investors.
Yeah, no, of course, having, some of these very prominent players, the likes of Rohan Bopanna, etc., is definitely going to add a lot of value to what the business does. So take us through what the game plan is in the long haul, because you're really looking to be, to really capitalize on the potential of pioneering sports for health. So what's the game plan in the long haul? Do you have a number of subscribers or users already? And how are you planning to grow that and build it further?
Yeah, so we have about 25,000 registered players who play at our venues in multiple forms right now. In fact, so far we have been a profitable company over the last 4 or 5 months at the EBITDA level. So now, since we have made the unit economics work at each of these venues, we are looking to expand very aggressively across Bangalore at first, but we will look at other states as we go. But yeah, primarily expand in Bangalore, give out this smart code experience and the gamified version to everybody in Bangalore, then still start building grassroots in other cities as well. But one important thing for us is the way we think about this is a physical business of sports, and also there is a digital business of sports. And while we are going about it, we are also trying to build the entire digital side of it, the entire gamification element, which we think has monetization potential by itself. So we think of this as a long-term perspective. This is something sports across the world is not different culturally. So it doesn't change from culture to culture. The challenges are the same, the problems are the same. So we're looking at it from a global company perspective over a long-term period. We're just starting about it, so I won't speak so much about our long-term plans, but short-term, we're looking at Bangalore expand very quickly, give out the experience, and then go from there.
And what are your financials like? Can you just walk us through the overall revenue picture? What are you, operationally profitable? What kind of margins do you enjoy? How do you see yourself scaling up on a lot of these parameters?
Yeah, right now we take over and operate facilities, provide them an experience which is more reliable. So far, there has been problems a lot with sport facilities, right, where the infrastructure isn't maintained well. So we decided to take over and operate facilities, and we have been generating revenues from such operations. So over the last 5-6 months, we've gone from 20 lakh a month in revenues to about 45 lakhs a month in revenue. And we will look to expand it. I think we're just getting started. And we've been profitable over the last few months, about 4 months at the EBITDA level, not just at the unit level. So that bound to change with the acceleration that we are going to make. But we see a significant capacity with 100 centers just in Bangalore, and a revenue potential of nearly 75 to 100 crores just in Bangalore. So that's our aim right now.
Okay, good luck. And hope that you do manage to achieve those dreams and really with the help of the kind of investors that you have on board, really leverage the power of sport into helping health, and hope to see you in Bombay soon.
I hope to get there soon and play pickleball or any other sport with you all. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Oh, yes, for sure. Maybe we can meet on the pickleball court next. Thanks so much then for taking time out, Sudeep, and joining in and giving us an all-round view on the company.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.